In November 1998, the New York Mets re-signed Bobby Bonilla from the Los Angeles Dodgers in exchange for Mel Rojas, but his performance fell short of expectations, leading to conflicts with manager Bobby Valentine. A notable incident occurred during the 1999 NLCS, where Bonilla and teammate Rickey Henderson played cards in the clubhouse. Post the underwhelming 1999 season, the Mets, owing Bonilla $5.9 million, agreed to a deferred payment plan. Starting in 2011, Bonilla would receive annual payments of about $1.2 million until 2035, totaling $29.8 million, known among fans as Bobby Bonilla Day. This arrangement was influenced by Mets owner Fred Wilpon's involvement with Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, as the expected returns from Madoff's investments were higher than the interest on Bonilla's deferred payment. This deal became a point of interest during the Madoff investment scandal in 2008. Let's take a look at how and why this happened using time value of money. What is time value of money? Suppose I give you $100. Naturally, you'd accept. Now, if given the choice to have this $100 now or in a year, the logical choice is to take it now. This immediate gain allows for consumption or the opportunity to save and accrue interest over a year, highlighting money's inherent time value. Consider the magnitude of this time value. If the offer was $100 now versus $105 to $110, $115, or $120 in a year, which amount makes you indifferent to the timing? This point of indifference defines the time value of money. For instance, if $115 next year seems as good as $100 today, then the time value over the year is 15. The concept of interest emerges from the time value of money. Think of interest as a kind of rental charge for borrowing money. If you borrow my money for a year, you'll have to pay a fee for this privilege. This is the interest rate. Compounding refers to the effect of the time value of money, such as the interest rate over successive periods, where earned interest is added back to the principal. For instance, investing $1,000 at an annual rate of 10% for 20 years results in a total of 67 27s after 2 decades. This is under the assumption that the yearly earned interest is not withdrawn but reinvested. Keeping the interest with the principal causes the investment to increase exponentially, as interest is earned on the accumulating interest. This phenomenon, known as compounding, leads to a growth in both the investment and the interest earned over time. Let's come back to Bobby Bonilla. Fred Wilpon thought the money he was holding back from Bonilla was going to be worth over $160 million at the end of 35 years, assuming Madoff's fund was going to return 10%. The deferred payments at 8% were only going to be worth $80 million. 8% was the interest rate on a 30-year loan at the time, so it was not an outrageous deal except for the fact that Wilpon assumed Madoff, or any fund, would consistently return 10% for 35 years. Bonilla's initial $5.9 million was going to be worth $6.3 million at the end of the first year. By end of 2010, when payments were scheduled to begin, it had ballooned to a whopping $13.7 million. The repayment schedule beginning on July 1, 2011 meant Bonilla was paid $1.2 million over 25 years, adding up to nearly $30 million in total dollars. What if Bonilla had just taken the money and invested it in the S&P 500? As of December 2023, the value of that initial $5.9 million would be $19 million. If someone asked Bonilla whether he would rather have $19 million today or $30 million in 10 years, what do you think he would say? Which would you rather have? Please respond in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.